Good morning, Scituate. It is May 8th, 2023, a beautiful day here in Scituate. I'm Karen Canfield from the Select Board today. I'm joined by our Town Administrator, Jim Bedreau, and Superintendent Bill Burkhead. Before I flip it over to them, I just want to give a huge shout out to our Beautification Commission and DPW, who on Saturday orchestrated the annual Ship Shape Day. And thank you so much to all the residents who are out there making our town even more beautiful. So thanks to everybody. There's lots of meetings going on this week. We have tonight the Board of Health, the library, and the CPC meetings. Tomorrow night is a big night. It's a select board meeting, but it is also the last meeting for Tony Vignani, who is retiring public service, at least for now, after 21 years of service to our town. So if you see Tony or anybody in his family, please give him a big thank you, because tomorrow night's his last night on the board. We'll also be looking at the liquor license application for the movie theater. It's coming back. And there's a request to put outdoor seating in front of the galley. And I know everybody's been interested in that. Wednesday night, we have recreation, beach, and disabilities meetings. And Thursday is planning and historical commission. You can find all the agendas on the town website. After the May 20th election, which I'll talk about quickly in a minute, there will be an opportunity for you to apply to serve on one of the many boards and committees that we do have that help run the town. So you can go to the website and get information about that. And we really look forward to welcoming new volunteers to help with all the things that go on in town. The election is, as I mentioned, May 20th. That's coming up quickly. Ballots are all in. You can get a sample ballot from the town clerk or online. But some dates you should be aware of: May 10th, which is this week, in 2 days, is the last day you can register to vote if you're not registered. May 15th is the last day that you can request a mailed ballot to your house. And May 19th at 12 p.m. is the last time that you can go vote absentee ballot in person. One thing the clerk wants everybody to please remember: if you ask for a mailed home ballot, do not bring it to the high school on the day of election. You will have to go through a huge process. It takes a lot of time to undo that and have you vote in person. So if you get a mail ballot, bring it in or mail it in. That's all I have. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Bedreau.
Morning, everybody. Another beautiful day in Scituate. I hope everybody get out and enjoy the nice weather this weekend. Here for my update this morning. We'll start with water. The reservoir is at +3. Last week we were at +1. Tack Factory Pond is also at +3, up from 1.75 of last week. Average daily demand was 1.209 million gallons a day, which is fairly close to last week's 1.234. Rainfall over the last 7 days was 0.35 inches at the plant. The water department will be continuing their flushing this week. This week they'll be in the areas of Wheeler Park and on Third Cliff. The town's annual water conservation measures went into effect last week. Between May 1st and September 30th, all outdoor watering must occur before 9 a.m., and after 5 p.m. for automatic irrigation systems. You may only use those 1 day per week based upon your voting precincts. You can find that information on the town website. This is a ban that is imposed by the state based on water usage in our aquifer region, and it is not particular to the Scituate town, but is for our entire region. While we're talking about water, I would like to provide a quick update on our water treatment plant. Our consultant recently submitted what's called an environmental notification form to the Mass Emergency Policy Act Office, or MEPA. The permit provides preliminary information on stormwater, site layouts, traffic impacts, and climate resiliency. The MEPA office will use this information in the permit to determine the potential environmental impacts of the building and the operation of the plant. Anyone who's interested can read the permit online and provide comments, but I'll get some of the key issues right here. Various aspects of the project design were incorporated to bolster resiliency and climate change adaptation. The project will not result in any changes to topography in the floodplain. The project still requires Planning Board and Conservation Commission review and approvals, which the public will have another opportunity to have input at that point if they do not wish to provide input at the MEPA process. We are continuing to work on the design and edit the design and get it finalized. We have set our sights. The board's direction has been clear to the consultant that we have to minimize the impact to the abutters. We are trying to do our best to minimize the development footprint. And I'm proud at this point to say that we've been able to reduce the building footprint by several thousand square feet and from the preliminary design as we continue to revise the design and refine the treatment process. So those are all good things. The MEPA process typically lasts about 30 days. In the meantime, if we have other opportunities, if we are before planning or conservation, we'll make sure to let people know that they will have that opportunity when it arises. Another large project that the town's undertaking, our contract with the Lighthouse Campbell Construction will begin mobilizing next week. So they'll be out there next week doing some preliminary work, getting ready for the big lift and all the other work that has to be done. As we get additional details, we will let you know, but you should expect to see the contractor starting preliminary site work at the Lighthouse next week. Some of you may already receive calls, but in conjunction with the FY24 revaluation process, the assessor's office is using the services of PK and Associates to inspect all condominiums in the town of Scituate. The inspections are being conducted by Nancy Cole, a representative from PK Evaluation Group. Her motor vehicle registration details are on file with the Scituate Police Department. If Mrs. Cole comes to your door at an inconvenient time for an interior inspection, she'll make a note to schedule an appointment. You can contact the assessor's office at 781-545-8712 if you have any questions. This is a state mandated inspection. The state requires that the town inspect the interior of every dwelling every 10 years. We've been doing that on single family homes as we go along. This year we are concentrating on the condominiums. So if you do hear from a Nancy Cole of PK Evaluation, she is representing the town. We sent a news blast out on that. And again, any questions, contact the assessor's office. So thank you for that. And we appreciate your cooperation as we go through the revaluation. Town of Scituate and the Veterans Service Department wants to extend everybody to participate in our annual Memorial Day Parade and ceremonies on Monday, May 29th, 2023. Ceremony begins at 8 o'clock with the flotilla underway, leaving from the Harbor Master's office for the throwing of the wreath to honor those lost at sea. Any questions on that, you can contact the commander at SituatePost144.org. Participant in the parade will form at 10 o'clock to 10:30 at the Scituate Town Hall. The parade will step off at 10:30 a.m. sharp and proceed down First Parish Road to Lawson Common. The Lawson Common ceremony will begin at 11:15 a.m. In the event of inclement weather, the ceremony only will take place in the GAR Hall at 11 a.m. There's limited capacity at the GA Hall, and if people have questions about parking, they can speak to the on-duty officers when we get to the parade, but there will be limited parking around the common, handicap parking, and a handicap porta potty on the site. Again, any questions, please contact our Veterans Affairs Officer, Don Knapp. Scituate Senior Center will be hosting a brief introduction to suicide prevention on Tuesday, May 9th, that's tomorrow, from 1:30 to 3 at the Senior Center. Participants will learn the common risk factors for suicide, how to spot the warning signs in others, and how to keep ourselves and our loved ones and those in our community safe. The program is being sponsored by the local chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Please call the Senior Center for RSVP, sorry. And then finally, you'll see the fencing is up at Central Field. The contractor will be starting their project. We're adding an additional softball diamond and repairing the existing baseball diamond. That is a CPC funded project and is expected to continue into the late spring. That is what I have for today. I hope everybody gets out and enjoys the day, and we will see everybody tomorrow night at the select board meeting.
Thanks, Jim. That was great. And now we'll turn it over to our superintendent, Bill Burkett.
Thank you, Ms. Canfield, and good morning, everybody, and happy, beautiful Monday morning here in Scituate. 3 points today. We're going to talk about celebrating staff, graduation time, and a first for Scituate. So celebrating staff. This week represents National Educator Teacher Appreciation Week. And to me, at the central office, this day is a celebration of all our non-administrative staff that have any connection to our children. I want to thank our teachers, our paraprofessionals, librarians, nurses, counseling teams, cafeteria staff, custodians, bus drivers, and secretaries. Your dedication and commitment doesn't go unnoticed, and I think why education is the gold standard profession, and Scituate has the best in the business. So thank you all. Enjoy your week. I know our PTOs have done a wonderful job supporting our educators and staff, and I look forward to some celebrations this week. It is coming up on graduation time and senior week activities, a really exciting time of year. We want to invite you to attend this year's graduation held at Scituate High School out in the game field. It is Friday evening, June 2nd at 6 p.m. For more information on graduation and senior week activities, please visit our website, at scit.org. And if you, on the search button, just Google anything that comes to mind in there, and then I'll come right up for you. Hope you can make that. And also it'll be recorded, certainly. And then finally, a first for Scituate. Last Saturday, I was honored to attend Scituate's first of a kind U.S. military showcase, hosted here for all of South Shore. Representatives from the service academies, military prep schools, the ROTC programs, the arms, and all the armed services were here. Reserves and National Guard were also available to South Shore students and their families interested in learning more about the wide-ranging educational and career paths offered through these programs. We'd like to thank the school counseling department chair, Ms. Tammy Rundle, who organized this in collaboration with community members Lisa and Jack Gates. I want to thank you all for your efforts, all those who were able to attend, and certainly our wonderful service people who are here to provide information. I certainly learned a lot and look forward to this continuing in the future. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. Have a terrific week, and we'll see you on the beach soon.